day, Dr. Luke. My name is Ibalagini Kachi. I'm here to present a research proposal based on an empirical research on inflation and unemployment rate in Nigeria with application to the Phillips curve. The work is categorized into three chapters: chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. Now, the introduction of this work talks about majorly the theory of inflation and unemployment, with other factors being looked into. Inflation and unemployment talks about really the increase in price level and also human beings being involved. So many policymakers have been making so many research concerning the unemployment and inflation rate, which has been a battling situation in the whole world in an economy. Why? Because inflation talks about price level of everything, and an increase in price level will lead to a harmful economy, whereby leading the micro stability being harmful. Why? Because increase in price level will reduce the GDP to a steady rate, which no economic situation or no world wants the economic situation to be at that. So this is a major concern to policymakers, and also this research work will also be going through a lot in order to aid policymakers, governments, and give them findings to solutions to what they are going to do. And this work will also be looking into consideration of consumers' behavior, that is consumers' price index. Why is consumers' price index being looked into? Because the poor, if they have minimum price or minimum benefits or wages to use, it affects them in their purchase of goods and services in a country. That is why the consumers' price index is going to be a major focus on inflation. Now, this takes us to the feeling of the problem. Why is there large increase of unemployment and inflation in Nigeria, when we fully know that Nigeria is rich and endowed with different human resources, natural resources that will be able to stabilize the unemployment rate and inflation rate in the economy? So many policymakers have gone through so many policies in order to reduce the rate of unemployment and inflation rate in Nigeria, but to unavail has failed. Past governments have gone through so many research and so many decisions in order to reduce this, but in order that has failed. Now, the problem started from the oil glut in 1981, which led to balance of deficit payment and also restriction of imported goods in the country. And this is because of the oil rates being only focused and reducing the rate of domestic production and agricultural sector. The oil became the only sector being focused on in Nigeria, which led also to it. On the other hand, unemployment has been at increasing level since 1980. It was at 12.7% at 1980, but we had a reduction in 1956 to 2007 since the conclusion of the president Obasanjo left the seat, and now has been at an increasing rate at 24.3 2012 on up to now, going up increasingly high. Then this also takes us to now the research question of this project. This work will be guided by two research questions. Is unemployment has an impact on inflation in Nigeria? Is there a causality between unemployment and inflation in Nigeria? Then it moves now to the objective of this study. We are here now to determine if unemployment has an impact on inflation in Nigeria. What is the impact of inflation? What is the causality between inflation and unemployment in Nigeria? And this brings us to the significance of the study. If we are able to tackle the objective of this study, we'll be having the significance whereby we'll be giving policymakers the ways and policies to determine the high rate of unemployment in Nigeria, also giving government the stable means to provide that will be able to reduce the rate of unemployment in Nigeria and reduce the high rate of price level going through in the country. Now, we're moving to the chapter 2 of this work, which is the literature review. The literature review, this work has gone through so many empirical and theoretical ways. First of all, in 1967, the Samuel and Solo were the first people to go through the policy of Phillips theory hypothesis. whereby they found out that the Philip theory has a negative impact on inflation and unemployment. That is, the outcome, they're always negative. Thereabout, Philip himself and Friedman also had criticized this theory and said there is no way there will be a negative impact in this. This is only applicable in the short run. Now, they've moved into looking at it in the long run, which was done by Dixon C 2012, using the Greece situation, inflation rates in Greece as a case study, and also found out that there is no causality in Greece and the inflation and unemployment has a negative impact. And also, such many works have been carried out in Nigeria, which is also the Mohammed et al. 2024, which carried out the inflation rate and unemployment rate in Nigeria using the Phillips curve as a case study. He found out that there is no existence of Phillips curve in Nigeria, and also he used the case study of 1967 to 2010 as a case study, giving him 24 years of work being carried out. Also, the work of sorry for the cuts on the call coming in. So as I was saying, the literature review speaking about Mohammed et al. 2015 studied the relationship between unemployment and inflation and the economic growth in Nigeria. Their findings confirmed that the total public expenditure has significant impact in the growth rate of Nigeria, but the inflation and unemployment had negative impact, that is, they are inversely related. Also, Umaru 2013 empirical investigation of the effective unemployment and inflation on economic growth in Nigeria. The results confirmed that there was existence of Phillips curve, and also economic growth is being caused by inflation and unemployment, not inflation and unemployment causing the economic growth. Now, this leads us to the research gap. The research gap, based on the various literature reviews, the research gap talks about different economic theories that have gone through inflation and unemployment, and they see that the relationship between unemployment and inflation has an inverse relationship. And this was carried out also by, according to Umaru, in his work 2013, he did an empirical investigation on unemployment and inflation in Nigeria, but thereby his own case study consists of only 24 years. My own case study will be consisting of 37 years, that is 1981 to 2018, to show the gap between his own work and my own work. There are also various works that also failed in the data collection of this study of the relationship between unemployment and inflation in Nigeria, such as the Nwaobi 2009, who used the vector correction model to carry out this work, and also failed in showing the causality between unemployment and inflation in Nigeria. But I will be using the ordinary least square to give availability of data and also give accurate and meaningful estimation of this work. Now, this takes us to the methodology of the work, which is going to be a quantitative way using the ordinary least square to be carried out, and also is going to be a secondary data collection. That is, the data will be extracted from the CBN bulletin of 2019 to give accurate and availability of data being carried out. Thank you very much.